Welcome to On Base, presented by Geico. Get more baseball, get more with Geico. I'm your host, Mookie Betts, and today we have a two-time All-Star and the Giants ace, and our first Giant on the show, Logan Webb. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man.
Thanks for coming on the show. This is a different look. Usually it's the batter's box and the pitcher's mound. So now I'm glad to actually get in a comfortable setting with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, so first I want to start with a game that we play called On Base, Off Base, whether you're in or you're out. And so the first thing is, there's nothing funnier than a fart. Are you on base or off base with that?
I'm on base with that. It's hilarious.
So tell me about these situations, because you were cracking up laughing. There was a fart there, I guess. I'm not sure.
I saw that too. That was hilarious.
So what happened? I didn't get to see it.
With Nola?
Yeah.
I think it was just kind of a similar thing. He was talking. It's kind of the way I was. I was doing an interview, and I won't say the pitcher's name, but someone near me just let one loose, and I just had to laugh. The worst part about it is we lost too that day.
Oh, so you were.
And I'm trying to keep my cool, but it's hilarious, man.
So,
it's early in the season too.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, it is hard because when you're in the clubhouse and you're with these guys, everything kind of goes. And so he probably did it on purpose.
I mean, he lifted his leg as I'm like, seeing in his corner, he lifted his leg, and he did it twice too. The second one was a little louder, so I was like, man, I gotta laugh at that.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
funny.
laugh.
And then all the reporters are laughing too, so I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, when something's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay, so next thing, Jesse Plemons looks the most like you in game night.
I'll probably say on base with that.
I don't know who Jesse Plemons, no shade. Oh, this guy's Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, I remember he was in Toy
I
Story,
fought it
right?
for a long time.
Not Toy Story, but yeah, that looks like the guy from Toy Story, the mean guy from Toy Story, or something like that. Okay. So that's your brother.
I guess so.
Yeah,
it usually comes from Dodgers fans when someone says something like that. It usually comes from the Dodgers fans. But
have you met him?
I have not.
Do you aspire to meet him? Is that
Yeah,
like
that'd be awesome.
I feel like you should.
I got another one too. Andrew Abbott. I think there's a similar with there too. We actually took some pictures at the All-Star game. So
and you guys are similar.
I think so. A little bit.
So if you had a movie that was about you, you would by default have to.
I think it's got to be him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's okay. That's fair.
Or I could play him.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. You should ask that in some type of premiere. Let you do it. Something to think about, guys. Okay, so next thing, Drew Gilbert is the weirdest guy in baseball.
I'm gonna have to go on base with that.
On base.
He's the best, though. I mean, it's exactly.
That's him?
Yeah, I mean, that's him all the time.
So he doesn't have like a.
There's no off switch.
Off, yeah.
No,
off button.
I'm gonna see him right when I go to the field at 1:00. He's gonna be just like this. It's great.
I feel like everybody needs a guy like that.
Oh, 100%. It's exactly. And it's weird to say, but it's exactly what we kind of needed.
Yeah.
He's just a young kid that's just out of his mind all the time.
All the time. So in regular clothes, he's just like this.
He's just like that.
So he never. I mean, that's good. Is that he's consistent though. You can always talk to someone who's consistent.
Never changes, and that's one thing we always tell him. It's like when you become good and later on in your career, don't ever change. Just be the same guy all the time.
That's gonna be a lot though. That's a lot.
It's hard to keep up like that.
That's a lot to maintain. But I mean, I guess like you said, everybody needs it. He's playing really well. I think this it shows that in his last 7 games, he's hitting 500. You guys needed, I guess that's what you said. You guys needed this spark.
Yeah,
something like this. And sometimes it just takes one guy.
It's a young guy. It just brings a lot of energy.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's screaming in the dugout all the time. It was a pleasant surprise for sure.
Something that, and like you said, something that you guys probably didn't even know you needed it until after.
Yep.
Okay, so next thing, I'm really curious to hear about hear your perspective on this one. You'd rather pitch 6 innings hungover than to try and pitch 6 innings with no warm up. So would you rather be hungover, or not have warm up?
Probably the no warm up.
No.
Probably the no warm up.
So
hungover would be tough.
So, but in the All-Star game, you pitched and you were hungover.
I did. It was my first All-Star game.
Okay.
And I had a couple teammates on the Giants that had been to All-Star games before, and they were like, enjoy everything, right? Go to the parties, do all this. And I did. I enjoyed it all. I had fun. I had some guys in there, some older guys that were kind of feeding me some drinks.
Okay.
And I just had a good time, man.
You had a great
I woke
time.
up the next day, I instantly regretted everything that I did the night before, but and I got through it. I know I didn't pitch that great, but kind of felt like I made up for it this year. So I was
Okay, so like when did you know you were going to pitch?
Oh yeah.
So you knew you were going to pitch.
I knew I was going to pitch, but I'm like, all right, it's 1 inning. I can get through it. It was not easy. Texas, it was hot.
Yeah. Did you almost throw up?
Multiple times.
Really?
I didn't realize that was my first time actually running from the bullpen.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're always walking in. Yeah, okay.
To the mound, and it was actually Will who was warming me up, and I think I threw it 55 feet. I felt really bad, but I was out of gas. I'm like, do not throw up. There's so many people watching right now, and
that'd have been a viral moment, though.
It would have been, but I'm happy I did not do that.
Okay, so staying on that the pitching side, talking about that, you got the 200 strikeouts this year for the first time, right?
Yep.
So does that was that like is that like a milestone for you, or is it just like whatever? Yeah,
I mean, I think I wouldn't say it's like a milestone. It's definitely something that I always, I will say Justin coming and having Robbie Ray in the rotation with me, 2 pretty good strikeout pitchers. Just kind of picking their brains about some of the execution stuff and sequencing and reading swings and doing all that stuff. I think that was the biggest thing that helped me a lot this year. And I mean, it's definitely something I wanted to do,
right,
but it wasn't like end all be all.
So having those guys, like, is there like hearing from them, have you learned that there's like an art to striking people out?
100%.
So what, like, I guess, like, what did you learn, or without obviously tipping your hand and whatnot, but like, there's like an art to hitting, right? And there's like a chess game component to it. Then there's like like you said, reading the situation that's going on and all those type of things.
I think I think the biggest thing is that you kind of learn how to get to 2 strikes differently.
Okay. Yeah. Each time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, I did this the first time to get to 2 strikes. Maybe I'll do this a different way the next time. So it's just finding ways. I mean, you've faced me a bunch of times. It's heavy sinker, heavy changeup, right? And I think I kind of use those in early counts, and then I get to 2 strikes, and it's like, all right, well, what am I going to do to surprise him this time, right? And then that's when a ball would get put in play. Now it's just finding different ways to get to 2 strikes, and then, then it's like, then you can kind of throw whatever you want, right? And it's kind of just changing the way that the hitters see it, especially once you throw more and more in this league. I mean, you're not really tricking guys, right? I have, I don't know, 50 at bats against you, right? Or Freddie, or a lot of these guys. So it's fun, man. That's what makes it so fun. And I think having Justin and having Robbie, just picking their brain, trying to find how they do it, right? And they do it in different ways than I do, right? They have, I wish I could throw a 4-seam by a lot of guys, but sometimes it's got to be a surprise me 4-seam. It's been a fun year just listening to those guys.
How much does like location play a part in it? And obviously I know pitch types and, like you're saying earlier, pitch types, can help you get to 2 strikes, but like, how much does changing up locations and whatnot play a part in getting strikeouts?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes with the how do you get to 2 strikes, right? It's like, there's so many different ways that they teach pitching now, right? It's like the lines. There's a bunch of I think location's a huge thing. I always tell young guy, I learned this early on too. Part of the reason why I think, maybe I didn't get to 200 strikeouts is not being afraid to throw in the zone, to attack guys. And, you got 7 guys behind you, and not being afraid to attack in the zone and get beat. I mean, it's the big leagues. You're going to get beat every once in a while. And being okay with that. And then once you get 2 strikes, you kind of play around with it, right? You can maybe go out of the zone. You can try a different thing. And but I think location is huge, especially with 2 strikes.
Yep. What's crazy is like seeing guys, and sometimes, especially now, like maybe not you, but the guys that are just up there just chucking it, throwing 100, it seems like they'll get you to 2 strikes and then they just throw something right down the middle for a punch out. And it's like, sometimes it's almost when you mess up, like, have you seen, like, when you mess up, it still work out? And like, how do you feel about that? Like, does that take pressure off of you when like, well, I know I need to throw this down in a way, or I need to throw a chase one, but sometimes I throw the backup one on accident or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does that give you confidence? Like, you're not really worried about, you just kind of throw it?
Yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of numbers that back this up, but any time a hitter, doesn't matter what hitter it is, with 2 strikes, they're not as good as a hitter as they are when you guys are ahead, right? I definitely think some guys get away with more middle stuff than other guys. I don't think I can get away with middle stuff, but just not trying to be too perfect with it. I think when you are trying to be perfect with it, that's when you kind of miss in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, baseball nowadays, the average fastball is 95 miles per hour.
That's
it's crazy. It's crazy. And, you're seeing guys, starter goes out in the 4th inning and it's a mop-up guy, as they say, and he's throwing 101. It's like, where is this guy coming from?
It's like that's the qualifications 100%. For a mop-up guy.
So but to answer your question, I do think... you don't want to miss middle, but I think some guys have the ability to miss middle and get away with it.
So it's just kind of knowing who you are.
For sure.
So I want to switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit about like load management. Obviously, for a position player that plays every day. For me, like, would I love to go play 162 games? Yeah, but like, that's probably not going to be the most optimal thing, just because like you do need recovery. Like, you really do need recovery in order to continue to play the best that you can.
For sure. And
so from a pitcher's perspective, right, I want to hear, like, if you're constantly going out throwing 100 pitches, how would that affect you? Or like, because I've seen, like, from our perspective, like, sometimes I'll just use Kersh for instance, like, he'll go out and he'll throw 80 pitches, get through 6 or whatever, but then he'll go out and throw 100 pitches. And I feel like the times that he throws the 80, it helps him the next start, but it may hurt him. I don't know how that really kind of works. Like, do you need to get used to throwing 100 pitches and stuff all the time? Like, how does that work for you?
Yeah, man, there's so many questions about. I feel like that nowadays. I feel like I came up when the rotation when I first came up was Bumgarner, Johnny Cueto, Jeff Samardzija. It was guys that threw 200 innings every single year, and I had Boch as my manager, and it didn't matter if I went 3 or 7. I was throwing 100 pitches that day, and that's just kind of the way I've always thought about it. But now I think to go back to the middle relief guys are throwing 100 now. You kind of want to use those guys. Yeah. So I think that's part of it too now, where it's like if you get a guy who gives you 5 or 6 and he's at 80 pitches and you got 3 studs coming up that are all available to pitch that night. I think that's smart. I think there's there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, right? If say I threw 80 pitches, but the 5th and 6th, it's kind of like I'm second and third, one out, and I find ways to get out of it and kind of going through it. I personally, I always want to throw 100 pitches. I think, I'm lucky enough. I pitch with some guys that always want to throw 100 pitches, but I think it's just kind of the way baseball's going nowadays. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer for it. I do think the relievers being so nasty nowadays has something to do with it. But I think it's just the game has changed a little bit.
So it's almost like selfish is the wrong term, but like for me to go out and throw 100 pitches, and if I'm cruising, cool. But like for me to go out and with 83 pitches to go out into the 7th or 6th or whatever, and I kind of got through it a little bit. It would be more optimal for the team to bring in this guy throwing 100.
Probably.
That's almost like a team thing. Like
for sure.
We use more of the team versus like having to like lean on the starters. And then, I mean, like you said, you get, obviously the back end of the bullpen is going to be the back end of the bullpen, but now like the beginning of the bullpen is like just as good as the back end of the bullpen. So it's like you really should use.
You want to use those guys.
Yeah, you really should use the whole team
for sure
in order to ensure these wins. And it's like, for instance, for you, like once you get through 5 or whatever, and let's say it was, you had to get out of a jam to get through the 5th or something, like, do you feel like, no, I need to go back out there to ensure this win? Or are you like, I'm cool with if this guy coming out, and I don't mean that in like a weak negative way, right? Not a mental way, but like, are you cool with that?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No, I'm not cool with it. Okay. I want to go back out there.
Okay.
But I think as I've gotten older, I've noticed these things. I've realized these things, and the bullpen guys are nasty, so I'm not as frustrated per se if Bo Mel wants to take me out or. But I think it's a mentality thing. I think there's it's we get paid to throw 100 pitches, right. And that's our job. So I want to go out there and I want to give as many pitches, as many innings as I can. Even one of the biggest things, especially when I was younger, was you give up 4 in the first. It happens sometimes.
Right.
You give up 4 in the first. Find a way to get through 5 that day, right? You throw 30, find a way to get through 5, and you get through 6. Like, you did a great job. And once you start doing that, you kind of start seeing like the position players, like they love that, right? Or the bullpen guys, they respect that more. And that's kind of what I always tell. I try to tell the younger pitchers. We've had a lot of them the last couple of years. It's like, even when you're struggling a little bit, especially early in the game, find a way to get through it. Find a way to try to throw 100 pitches that day. Try to find a way to get your team just.
So explain that to me, though, because I hear what you're saying. But if somebody goes and gives up 4 in the first and they threw 33 pitches or whatever, like, what does it mean to find a way? Like, how do you reel it in? Is it a mental thing or is it a physical adjustment? Like,
yeah,
what is it?
I think if you go out there in the second inning and you give up 2 more base hits, and it's like, then you're probably going to get taken out of that game that day.
For sure.
But sometimes it just could be like a weird thing where you were off that inning, or. But that's, if you're in the big leagues as a pitcher, you know how to get outs, right? And that's kind of the find the way thing. It's like, all right, you put yourself in a hole here. Just kind of got to bear down and try to get through it. And sometimes you don't get through it. That happens, right? And. But if you do, and Luzardo pitched yesterday, right?
And he got through 7 or 8.
I think he gave up 4 in the first inning. He went 8 innings.
Yeah, he went 8. Yeah, there you go. 8.
Like, that's even more than finding a way.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's cool, right? I think he ended up throwing like 95 pitches. It's just, that's kind of the find the way thing, right? It's like, it's still in there. You still have your game plan that you wanted to do. Maybe you didn't execute it that first inning, but you still are confident in what you want to do. You're confident in how you want to get this guy out, and you go out there and you try to do it again. And then the second it happens, you go 1, 2, 3, and then you just keep going. And that's kind of that message of like, you got to figure it out.
So how do you manage going in and giving up 3 in the first, but you gave up a bloop on a slider that was off the plate away, then you aced a sinker in and he pulled a double down the line, then you did make a mistake. You know, like how do you manage those emotions as far as like you are making pitches but they're just getting hits?
You kind of just got to you got to tip your cap. I mean, it's the big leagues. It happens, right? I could throw 15 pitches that day down the middle and it gets hit right at somebody. And, you know, I didn't really have a great day, but it went my way. And then there's days when you don't miss a spot, but guys are, you know, there's broken bat hits, and you tip your cap and kind of just got to say F it. And
so you try not to get frustrated with it.
Yeah, you can't get frustrated. I think when you get frustrated, it just compiles. And I'll be the first. I mean, it happens to me all the time. I get frustrated by a bloop hit or something, and all of a sudden I give up. You know, I walk a guy and then I give up a run. It's like, why did I let that bloop hit mess with what I was doing, right? I still have the good game plan. I still have the confidence in what I can do. Why did I let a little bloop hit mess my day up?
So how do you not let the bloop hit mess your day up? Like, is it like do you just breathe, or do you just like?
It takes time for sure.
It's a learned behavior.
Yeah, it's. I think some guys have it right away. I think some guys they learn to deal with it. I'm still trying to get better at it. I still get frustrated by some things, but you know, you gotta. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's the big leagues. It happens. You know, you guys are really good at hitting, and you kind of just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Somehow let it go. You don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
But you got to find ways.
Thinking on the other side, it's like, as hitters, it's like there's no way we believe that you're going to go up and throw 3 perfect pitches on the edge. Like, the chances of that happening are slim to none, right? And then when you go do it, it's so frustrating. But we also got to remember, like, you're a professional.
For sure.
As well, you know, so it's like really just that constant battle of accepting that this is the big leagues and I'm playing against a professional, but also understanding like you got to stick with your game plan. You got to control what you can control, and there's like that constant. It's really hard. It's a balance that's really hard. Like accepting failure is like the hardest thing.
It's the hardest thing, and and this game's hard. We play 162 games of these, hopefully more sometimes, right? And go through stretches. You know, I like watching baseball. I watch 100 and whatever 30 of the games, right? So, but it seems like I like watching hitters. And you know, when a guy's in a slump, it seems like it's always 0-2, right? It's like there's always, and it's the same with pitchers, right? There's times when it's just not going your way, right? Where you talk about 3 pitches, right? Where I'll throw 2 perfect pitches, and then I get 0-2, and then I throw the 1 bad pitch, and they hit it, and they get a hit. And it's like sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't control it, right? That's the control the controllables, right? It's and you got to handle your emotions, and I think that's when you can do that. That's when you can stay more consistent in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so everybody in the league has a guy, right? Has a guy, and I know there is like this "I own you" type thing, but I don't think it's true, because every time I know that we're facing you, I hate it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, I don't know how I've had the success I have had, because it seems like you go 7 innings, no runs every single time we play, but you give up like 3 hits, and I got like 2 of them, you know. But I don't understand it. But like, realistically speaking, like, it could be me, but like, who's like the guy that it doesn't matter what you throw, where we are or where you are, like they're going to get a hit?
I think there's a couple guys. I think it just happens. Sometimes you just there it is.
I don't know. I don't know.
That was so I think that one was like the first time I'd thrown a changeup below the zone and given up a homer on it, and I was like, of course it's you, right? And it's just Willie's like that for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Obviously, thankfully he's on my team now, but Willie was kind of the very similar where it's you make good pitches, and then all of a sudden you throw the one pitch that you don't want to throw. Or there are definitely some guys, some Rockies guys. Charlie Blackmon.
Oh,
Chuck owned me.
It didn't matter.
It did not matter. Every time I got him out, I looked at the dugout and I went like this. I had a. You were definitely one of them. Freddie's one of them. I mean, it's a lot of Dodgers. So unfortunately,
when you feel like that, like. So I use it for me. I remember Marco Gonzalez. I mean, I know you remember Marco Gonzalez. Yeah. Like, that is a dude. He threw 88 to 90, 92 maybe on a good day, and like every time he bobbed, I weaved, and every time like it was unbelievable that I could not get a hit off this dude throwing 89 miles an hour.
Yeah, and that's the key. I think is like finding new ways to get guys out, right? It's, I feel like I've thrown different pitches to you recently, right? It's like,
for sure.
There's always different
ways.
It.
That changes, like, for me, when you started throwing the cutter, it's like, dang, that's a completely new, now, like, that just opens up 5 new ways for sequences for you, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what you're saying.
For sure. I mean, there's, like I said, you face a lot of guys. A lot of the guys I feel like I have troubles with are like guys in the NL West that I faced a bunch of times. Manny Machado is one of those guys. Luis Arraez now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of guys where you're just like, man, I've tried this 5 times. These 5 times haven't worked, right? And you feel like you set it up perfectly, and you throw the pitch that you want, and at the end of the day, you never really want to throw away from your strengths, but sometimes your strengths just don't match up well with this guy. So it's like, it's being okay with being uncomfortable. We're like, I don't really throw this pitch very often. I'm not very comfortable throwing this pitch, but it hasn't worked with the other pitches. So let's try something new. And you end up throwing something new and it works. And then it's like, all right, now it's your turn to
make the
adjustment. Right. So it's just that cat and mouse game. That's why I think baseball is so funny, especially once you start facing guys more and more. Like, I'm gonna end up facing you guys 4 times this year, and it feels like it happens every. I mean, it's just you got to find new ways, and that's something that Justin and Robbie have helped me with too, right? Like talking to those guys. Those guys both have 10+. I think Justin is a day away from 20 years, right?
Golly.
It's like Justin can't hide what he's going to throw to you, right? I mean, you faced him a ton. Everyone has faced him a lot, and just finding new ways.
So I do want to, like you said, finding new ways. Like, I know you're throwing this cutter now, and whatever else. Like, when you go into, it's not about the cutter. It's more about like adding a new pitch, right? And maybe you had the pitch before, but really like locking in on throwing this new pitch. Like, what is it? When you're going in to add a new pitch, I'm assuming it's because you want to add new sequences and like add a different look, right? But when you go in to add a new pitch and then you take it into the game. So for me, like if I made a swing adjustment and I practice it all day and then I go into the game, like there's still a little hesitancy when it comes to this new swing adjustment and whatnot, and like the unknown, right? You don't know if it's going to work. You're kind of scared if it does work or not. If it doesn't work, then I'm back to where I was. And, so like when it goes to adding a new pitch, like what's your thought process and like how do you get through that?
I think it ends up being a confidence thing, right? I think if I throw it once and it works, I think it's like, okay, maybe I can throw this. I tried to throw It's not the first time I tried to throw a cutter. I've tried to throw a cutter for probably 5 years now.
Oh, wow,
and
okay.
and I ended up 2022 or 23. I tried it out in a spring game, and Rowdy Tellez hit it like 480.
It messed up
And
your
I
confidence.
know Rowdy. He's from Sacramento. I've known him for a while now, and he's in after the game. I'm spring training, so I'm in the
Yeah.
dugout, and he's on the deck circle. He's like, "What are you like? Why are you throwing that pitch?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, and I didn't throw it again for 2 years until
Oh,
I
wow.
faced you guys
Yeah.
last year, right before the All-Star break, and I was just I was messing around with it in catch play. I think I threw like a little flat ground, got on the mound and threw a couple, and they actually cut. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try
Mm-hmm.
this out. It might as well. Like, nothing to lose here. And the first time I threw it was to Shohei. Right? It's like if it's gonna work,
Face first.
it's yeah. And you throw it enough times, he ends up hitting in the water like he did last time I threw him one. But it just I think it takes, and it could be the same. I don't know. I'm not a hitter, but it could be the same with one swing, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like you worked on the swing adjustment all day, and the first swing you take, you hit a double, and it's like, there it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, that's the feel. And I think it's the same with the new pitch
Mm-hmm.
grip or pitch type, or I think pitchers are kind of nuts with same with hitters.
Yeah.
I think baseball in general are always trying to tinker with stuff and change things, and it just takes one time to really feel it, and you're like, man, that was the feel.
Yeah. And then you have to like once you do it once, and let's say you are successful once, you have to with the new swing cue, like you have to go through and understand like you're not gonna get a hit every time with this. Like
100%,
you know,
yes.
like it's not foolproof. You don't got it now. You
Yep.
know, it's like it's always a work in progress, and you're always trying to refine it, and you have to remember like sometimes, actually, a lot of times, like they're not gonna throw stuff right down the middle for you to
No.
hit. Like you know, so even the swing cue, most of the swings we take are like some type of off balance or some type of, somewhere up and away or not down the middle. And so, like, I'm assuming for you, like, you're not going to always have the same release point, or it's going to be 0-2 where you have to really get it away. You can't just throw it down the middle like you always, you know what I'm saying? So there's
Yeah,
always some type of variable that we have to understand when implementing something new.
for sure. Yeah, I think ends up going back to like the game plan stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like, all right, I'm confident in this pitch, might not be my best pitch, or you have a game plan where you're waiting for a pitch all day and you might not get that pitch
Yep.
until your fourth at bat, but you're ready for it when it comes, right? And I think that's what makes this game so
So fun.
so fun and so frustrating at the same time.
Okay, so now it's time to bring relief and get more baseball, get more with Geico. There's some crazy moments that were caught on camera that I want to show. Ferris Bueller looks like he was taking another baseball game at Oracle.
I did see that.
So I'm not fully familiar with Ferris Bueller.
I'm not either. So
You're not either.
No.
Okay, so I know Walker Bueller, his handle on Instagram and stuff was Bueller's Day Off. I'm assuming that has something to do with this guy.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
I think this is similar to what he wore that in the movie.
okay, so what do you know? What was the movie?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's what it was. Okay, got it. So that's him. So he, I'm assuming he's on the left, right?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
you. Okay, yeah. Seems like a good guy. All right. So what about this? This Pirates fan has a face with 1,000 Paul Skeens. He has a shirt, maybe. Yep, a shirt. Okay, yeah. That
With the headband on too.
with the headband on. That golly, he not sitting next to anybody though. But I guess it is what it is.
Is that in Pittsburgh?
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I would assume so. So
Must not be a day he was pitching then.
yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah, because people usually go when he's pitching. I do want to switch gears real quick. So let's talk a little bit about you. You played quarterback in high school. You're from here,
Yeah,
and you played football and baseball growing up.
I did. Yep.
Basketball.
Until middle school. I was the kid that they let play like the last like minute of the half.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you got the mop up minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at basketball.
You weren't very, it's all right. So I mean, I'm just gonna go with the obvious. White kid, you probably could shoot it a little bit.
That was that and defense.
Okay, okay, all right.
That's what they asked me to do.
Okay, so you like I say, you play football. Like I'm assuming you really. This is you running right here.
Yes, yeah. It's not
Golly,
very fast.
Look like Lamar out there. What you mean? So you love football, obviously.
I love football. Yeah, it was. That's always been my favorite sport.
Okay.
And I think about senior high school, I realized I was a little better at baseball. So
okay. So did you stop playing?
No, I played all the way through senior year.
Okay. Did you get any college recruit?
There's some smaller schools, and it wasn't nothing crazy. The baseball offers were a little bit. Schools were a little bit better. So I think it was like a week after my senior year ended, I signed at Cal Poly to go play baseball.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I played basketball all the way through, and I didn't even think anything.
You play everything.
Yeah, I did. I play everything now. Yeah. So, but I know I have a note here. It says you were the pot stirrer in football practice. Is that like according to some of your teammates?
Yeah. So we had a couple defensive coaches. Two of my favorite coaches, name was Jason Adams and Bob Sebring, and they would always encourage the defensive guys to kind of mess with our like receivers or mess with the guys, and I felt like I was the one who had to kind of stick up for them.
Okay.
So like, obviously I'm wearing the red jersey, right, or whatever. Nobody can touch me. It's kind of like the Mahomes. You see Mahomes when he was going out of bounds and he kind of shoulder checked the guy. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like I'm gonna stick up for the offensive guys, and I only played offense, and these are. Even in high school, man, it was weird when I think about it now, but it was like all the defensive guys only played defense, offensive guys only played offense. So I just thought I had to kind of stick up for them. I'd give them a little shoulder check. Or,
okay, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, a little smack talk here and there. But.
Okay, so and do you play fantasy?
I do.
So and you actually do it, or you're just kind of...
No, I do it. I probably a little too much, but...
Too much, okay. Yeah. So every Thursday and Sunday, you're pretty much watching football.
I am. Yeah.
Okay. And football is probably still your first love.
Yeah, it is.
Why? So why don't you play like flag or something? Get out there and play some flag.
Man, I don't... Is that allowed? Are we allowed to do that?
I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Maybe later on. After I'm done playing, I join a flag league.
Okay. Who was your number one pick?
This year? I mean, I got too many leagues, but
okay, so
I'll do the Giants League.
The Giants League.
I was the 12th pick. I picked Nico Collins, and then obviously with the Raiders side, I went Brock Bowers with the next pick.
Okay. So I don't know anything about
fantasy.
I mean, I got it. I'm a part of the team,
but you don't run it.
No.
Who runs it for you?
My cousin. My cousin. He comes in for the draft. He's been doing it for me since 2018. So he flies in. He'll fly in, do the draft. I've picked one person in my whole fantasy football career, and it was Lamar Jackson. The first year that he went off, and I was like, you know what? And since then, he hasn't really allowed me to pick anybody else, which is cool. Like I'm
He doesn't even give you like the kicker defense.
Nah. No. Like this year, I remember during the draft, he would say like 2 or 3 different people that we could choose from, especially receivers. And I would say, I like this guy. And he's like, no, we're not going to do that. And so go again. So I just slowly but surely said, you know what, I'm just going to be the owner. Yeah. And I'll pay for
He's the GM.
Yeah, he's the GM and he runs it. How many leagues are you in?
I kind of don't want to say it. I'm in 8 leagues.
8 leagues?
Yes, but...
how do you keep up with 8 leagues?
4 of them are... like dynasty, keeper leagues.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to redraft or anything.
Yeah. And then the 4 of them, it's like the team, and then I got like one with my dad, one with my brother. Okay. So out of nothing like too serious. There's like a couple super serious ones, and then the rest are just kind of.
Out of these 8 leagues, like how many are you winning like a couple of them? Or
I think I was 4-4 week one.
That's good.
So,
no, I'm talking about are you winning the league?
Yeah, I've won a couple leagues. I've been.
I mean, you got 8 chances, bro.
I know the Giants one's the one I want to win the most.
Okay, yeah.
And I have not. I come in second twice, I believe.
Okay.
So.
And do you guys have like if somebody comes in last, they have to do something or?
Yeah, we've usually done the bat boy in spring training.
Oh, okay.
So,
So come in last.
Kurt Casale actually.
What a beautiful human being.
He lost last year and he has not come to bat boy. So we're kind of waiting on that.
Fly him
yeah,
out.
let's fly
Get him
out
out of Nashville.
Yeah.
Make sure he comes. Okay, so you guys are in a playoff push now. You're getting close. You went through a little struggle, but now you got
Drew Gilbert.
Yeah. He's the savior. So now, what do you feel like you guys really need to do to through this push? Should I say?
Yeah, I think kind of like I said before, baseball's a long season. You go through stretches. I mean, even the best teams go through tough stretches, and unfortunately, ours lasted a lot longer than we wanted it to. I think we trade for Rafi. I think there was just some pressure maybe that we were putting on ourselves that all right, now we're in the thick of it, and it went the wrong way for us, and it got to the point where I don't know, we were 8 or 9 games back at the wild card. I don't know, probably 15 back at you guys at first place. Like, we kind of just said, screw it, let's have some fun, let's win, try to win each day. Try to find something to play for, right? I think that was the big thing is we still got a super young team, like a lot of young guys and a lot of great veteran guys too. So it was like, let's just go out there and have some fun. And I think we ended up going on like an 8 or 9 game win streak and kind of right back in the thick of it. And we just kept playing well. And I think keeping that same mentality where it's like, all right, we're not worried about the next series or obviously the goal is to make the playoffs. We all know that. It's not like we're trying to hide from that, but just kind of try to win the day. And if you win the day, good things will happen.
When Devers got traded over, and I remember like when a couple years ago we got Scherzer and Trey Turner.
Yeah.
I remember when we got them, there was this sense of urgency that was created maybe from the front office, not necessarily on purpose, but like, hey, here's some reinforcements, right? And I don't know that it added extra pressure for us to win, but it kind of felt like
you felt it, yeah.
So when Devers got traded, is that kind of the feel of kind
I think so. I think so. I think it was not really talked about, right? We didn't feel like there was no pressure from the front office or the coaching staff or anything, but I think like subconsciously we just kind of thought, all right, we got this top 10 hitting player in baseball, and now we're supposed to be in it, and I think it kind of just changed the way we maybe thought about things, and we just kind of put some pressure on ourselves. I think it was just like a month where everyone struggled. I think I had close to a 7 ERA that month. It was just it was a weird month. Everything just didn't go our way, and I do think there was some added pressure that wasn't actually like told to us that there was like pressure. But we just kind of felt it. It was, and like you said, a couple of years ago, you probably felt the same way. It's you weren't told anything. It's not like it just kind of happens.
Yeah, I mean, when you add in guys, it's like, okay, they're adding in guys so we can play better. So like now we have to play better in order to do. Okay, so I do want to talk about a little bit about playing at Oracle. I really like playing in Oracle. I really like the stadium. The only thing I really don't like is that it's cold all the time.
Yeah.
But from your perspective, obviously playing for the Giants, like do you love playing at Oracle, and especially with it being somewhat of a pitcher's park? Like, is it like when you pitch at home, you got the weather, you got things going for you, got the fans, all these other things?
Definitely, I definitely hear the cold stuff. Like you hitters and position players definitely feel it more than like when I'm pitching out there. It doesn't feel cold to me, right? I'm involved in every pitch. Sometimes, like maybe later in the game when you might sit for a little bit, you go out there and it's a little cold and it takes a little time. But it really is a great place to pitch. I think the fans really appreciate pitching there, which is like I really appreciate that. And I do think it's got to be one of the most beautiful ballparks in baseball. So I love it there. I always hear, I don't hear it, but like I hear you guys talk about like the fans there.
Oh man, they're ruthless.
Are ruthless.
They're ruthless out there,
which is crazy because I could say the same thing about like if I go to Dodger Stadium.
Okay,
right?
really?
I'll hear that, or I think Philly's rough.
Oh,
Philly's
bad.
I always hear the Giants fans. I'm like, man, I don't see it. Like,
Dude,
I don't hear it.
talk.
I know they talk like the you're a bum, like if you're in the outfield.
But that's just like.
But I think it's near the dugout.
Yeah,
huh?
It's near the dugouts, and it's in the outfield too. They say you're a bum, but that's just what they collectively say together.
Yeah.
Like you're not.
There's some stuff in between
man,
there.
dude,
Yeah.
they're letting you have it, and there's nothing off the table. Like it's your wife, your kids, your parents.
Yeah.
I mean, like they let you have it, bro. They let you have it, and so, but it's good though. It's good. Like
I think that's what I hear that all the time. You go to LA, you hear that. New York, especially.
New York, man.
Honestly, the Mets is worse than the Yankees.
I haven't had that as bad.
But you probably have a different experience with the Boston too.
Yep.
So it's like, I heard you and Jackson talking about it, right? So it's like, but that's two fan bases that you guys play for two teams that our fan base doesn't necessarily like, and it's the same when we go to Dodger Stadium or San Diego. I hear a lot. Like that's what makes it fun. I think that's what adds to it.
Yeah, that it adds, and we have to. We hear it. We hear it, and sometimes some of the stuff like makes you mad, but you also have to remember like that's exactly what they're trying to do
100%.
To get you off your game.
Yeah.
And so you have to like mentally lock in, which is really hard. Before I let you go though, because I know we got to go to work. Obviously, Barry Bonds is a huge part of the Giants and whatnot, and I'm assuming you guys have a relationship.
Yeah.
And it was talked about like, have you guys talked about like if you faced him or whatever? Has that come up at all?
So Barry's in our clubhouse pretty much every day.
Okay.
And I get along with Barry really well. He's been awesome for me. Every single time, the first thing he says is, "Man, I just want to see you one time." And I'm like, "Man, Barry, you take me deep. I get it, But it's like Barry truly does not like pitchers. Like,
he
does not like pitchers. Like if I could ask Barry a question about like hitting, and he's like, "I'm not gonna give you any secrets." Like, I'm like, Barry, I'm on the Giants. Come on, help me.
Team.
Yeah. But he just like, but that's what made him so good, and he really does. It's great for every time he comes in and they show him on the big screen, and every time he's in there, it's Barry Bonds, right? It's, sure. But yeah, I don't want to face him. I do want to face him, right? Like you always want to face the best, but I don't really want to see a ball going in the water.
Okay, so if you had, take me before I let you go. If you had an at bat, like, and you had 5 pitches, what would be your sequence with Barry to get him out?
Man,
for a punch out. Now, obviously, this is with you executing the pitches.
Okay. I'd probably start him. He's one of those guys where I think the first time I faced him, I probably wouldn't throw him a fastball.
You would not throw him a fastball?
I would not throw him a fastball.
Okay. So first pitch, what's pitch 1?
I'm probably going backdoor slider.
Backdoor slider, strike 1. Okay.
Strike 1. And I'll probably just keep throwing him changeup until he swings. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll try to surprise him with a 4-seam or something.
Like up and in or something?
Yeah, I mean, but that's like you watch his videos and you see guys try to, like, maybe I try to like front hip a 2-seam or something. Like I don't think that really works against him.
I don't know what would work against him.
I don't know either. That's why I said the first time I'm probably just gonna throw him a backdoor slider, try to steal a strike.
Yeah.
If I miss, I'm absolutely screwed, right? And then it's like, okay, I just throw them all changeups.
Yeah, I mean I feel like just your style of pitcher against it. Like if it was like you had 100 in your back pocket and you're like Mizorowski.
Yeah,
I feel like you have way more room.
I can't challenge him with 91.
Nah, I don't think you can, bro. And I'm not even trying to talk bad, but like I don't know what you can throw on his zone.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
I think I gotta hopefully make him chase for a changeup.
that would be, and that's the thing. He didn't do that either. So, good luck. Well, we could set it up on the show or something. We'll set up Barry Bonds versus Logan Webb.
All right, sounds good. You know what's crazy with him is he'll get in the cage, and he could probably hit 300 right now. He could probably hit it right now. I mean, it's crazy.
And it never leaves.
Never leaves.
And he looks good. He takes good care.
He'll get in there and be like, all right. Like someone's throwing, he's like, all right, I'm gonna do the first one. I'll hit like this over there, right? And then he's like, if I pitch 3, I'll get him and I'll go. And like he'll do it. Like he'll.
Good for him. Well, that's why he's a legend.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, bro, thanks for coming on the show, man. And I do want to say this: I'm expecting you to pitch in the WBC. So I don't know. I hope you do, but I'm just telling you what my expectations are. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need you. So anyways, thanks for coming on, man. It's good to really actually get to sit down and talk to you. I know we've spoken a little bit, but like now I really get to know you a little more, and I'm looking forward to this many years of battle and in the chess match. You know, we'll get to play chess a whole lot together, and like I said, man, you're super dope. So thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Thanks for watching On Base, presented by Geico. Get more baseball, get more with Geico. We will see you guys later.